Hello friends, welcome to my Cozy Haven. My name is Fiona. I'm really glad you clicked my video today. I'm going to be chatting to you about my mid-year freakout tag. Yeah. So let's sort of talk about the books that I've liked, I've maybe not liked, or been disappointed by. I will say there are some of these that I will not be answering because it's just like, really? Everybody's taste in books is different, so what I may not like, other people may love. So I just don't want to dish out a book that I've been, that I haven't maybe enjoyed so much that, or didn't really like, that other people have loved. So there's certain books I won't, or certain questions I won't answer, but I'll let you know as we get to them. So shall we get to the books? So question 1 is best book I've read so far this year. And I think it has to be Real by Carol Kujek and Peyton Goddard. This is basically Peyton's story. And Peyton is a non-verbal lady. And as a child, she was non-verbal. And she has various she's neurodivergent. And her parents wanted her, or she obviously wanted to be educated, and they end up getting her into this special school. No, I'm not going to call it a special school. She was in a special school and it was just not working. They wanted to put her into a mainstream school. And it's the story of what happens and how they get her into a mainstream school, what happens there and how her life becomes better. And she finds ways, they teach her ways to communicate now. It was beautifully written. I loved this book. I read it for the children's literature book group that's run by Beth from Soul Stained Ink. I will leave a link to her channel. I'd never read a book like this before, and it was like very much out of, shall we say, my comfort zone. But I am so glad I did. It was beautifully written. You felt for the characters, and you cheered their successes, laughed at the funny bits, you cried at bits. It was such a good read, and I would highly, highly recommend it for anyone because so good. I'm skipping the worst book because I'm not answering that. There's no worst book for anyone. It may be you don't like. Sorry, I hear this sticking up. Oh, I'm not a Teletubby. What may be something? They're not worst. It's just that it didn't appeal to me, or I didn't particularly enjoy it. But it's not the same that a book is worst. You can't. I just find that a really strange question to, not maybe strange, but just a not nice question to have in the tag, so I'm not answering it. Next one is best sequel, and I am going to go with Always Remember The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, the Horse and the Storm by Charlie Mackesy. I loved this book. It was such a delightful read. I read The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. But this book is, again, just beautiful drawings. Just this, the page I've opened at. I worry that I'm not very good at anything, said the boy. You're kind, said the mole, which is everything. And then this one. I can't see a way through, said the boy. Can you see your next step? Yes. Just take that. So, absolutely stunning book, stunning illustrations, wonderful, wonderful story. And if you've not read the first one, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, read that, then read Always Remember, because they are just beautiful books, wonderful illustrations, and you're just going to love them. Honestly, you will absolutely love them because they're just so poignant, and you learn. It's just, so good. Next one, new releases you still need to read. Oh, so many. But what have I got over here that I've still got to read that are new releases? Stay a Spell by Amy Coombe. And Introducing Mrs. Collins by Rachel Parris. These are two of the new releases I've still got to read. There are so many others, and that too many to read. There's The Cromarty Library Circle by Sarah MacLean. I've got that to read. And I've got so many arcs of things at the moment to read as well. So I have a lot of new releases that I still need to read, and that is absolutely fine by me. The physical ones are up in a pile there. Will I get to them this year? I would like to. If I don't, I am not going to worry about it. I will read them when I want to read them, and that's the great thing about having a pile of books, a pile of possibilities that you can dip in and dip out as and when you want to, and I just really, really enjoy that. I don't need to have, I'm not a TBR girl, as you know, and I just love having just a pile of books that I can possibly read, and it's just, so good. Next question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Elizabeth Penny has got a new one coming out, which I really want to read. I can't for the life of me remember the titles of any of these books that I'm talking about. But it's their next book in the Cambridge Mystery Bookshop series. So really looking forward to that one. Then there is Heidi Swain has a new one coming out, and she's taking us back to Nightingale Square. So I am really looking forward to that one. I think that comes out September. The Elizabeth Penny, I think, comes out November. But it might be January over here. I just don't know. But it's November anyway. Jacqueline Frost has a new one in the... oh, good grief. It is her Christmas Tree Farm, Reindeer Farm series. I've got the arc of that to read, which I'm really looking forward to. Then we have Ellery Adams' new one, which is the next book of the Secret Book and Scone Society. So I have that to read. So those are four that I am really, really anticipating that I'm going to be enjoying reading this year, the second half of the year. There are going to be more. There are bound to be more, but those are the four that I that at the moment I'm like, yeah, really want to get to those. The next one is Biggest Disappointment. The Other Bennett Sister by Janice Hadlow. You've heard me rant about this. This could have been told in half the time. We did not need a rehash of Pride and Prejudice. And I just felt that some characters were given way too much prominence in this. And there wasn't maybe enough of Mary finding her way until at least sort of the 2/3 of the way through. So this was my biggest disappointment. Yes, it's been tabbed. Am I going to keep it? Chances are no. I've tabbed it, I've written in it, but my chances of keeping it are very, very slim. It was just disappointing. I'd heard, I think because I'd heard that the TV series was so good, I haven't watched that yet. And I don't know that I will, having read the book. I think because the book was so disappointing, I don't want to watch this TV series and be even more disappointed. So that was my disappointment. The next one was Biggest Surprise, and that is To the Women by Donna Ashworth. I am not somebody who likes, shall we say, poetry. I'm not a big poetry person, but I really loved these. I read one a day. I started on the 1st of January and just read one a day and really, really enjoyed that. They are just lovely little poems, little sayings, and like roots deep leaves tilted towards the light and on we grow. And They are just beautiful, beautiful short poems, and I just really, really enjoyed them. Has it made me want to read more poetry? I'm not sure. Would I read more by Donna Ashworth? Yes, I would. So it's introduced me to a new author, which is really, really nice. And I thank my friend that gave me this as a present, for just giving me five minutes of just quiet time out with my devotional that I have thoroughly enjoyed. Next one is new favourite author, Mona Marple. Her Christmas Cozy Mystery series set in Candy Cane Hollow, I've read the first two and I've loved them. I have book 3 and I've loved the first 2 books in this series. And if you're looking for a very short, they're 126 pages, cozy mystery for reading at Christmas time, or even if you want to read it now for Christmas in July, why not? They are beautifully written, great characters, love it. I just absolutely love this series, and I highly, highly recommend it. Next one is fictional crush. I don't have them. It's not something I've ever had, if I'm honest. I don't do fictional crushes, so that's, it's just the way I am. I am just gonna leave that question blank. Next one is favourite character. I have to say I love Holly Wood in the Mona Marple series. I really do enjoy her. I like Mrs. Claus. I like various characters in this book. They are just so cute. And yeah, so I would definitely go with that. So yeah, that's kind of my favourite character so far. Next one is Book That Made Me Cry, Real by Carol Kujek and Peyton Goddard. There are bits in that just had me welling up, and it was really emotional, but I'm very, very glad I've read it. Another book that I would probably say that made me cry was there was a short story in the short stories of the new short stories at the Shalley School, and it was the death of Joy's beloved St Bernard Rufus. Oh my good grief. That just... the tears were streaming down my... Is it Rufus? Yeah, I think it was Rufus. It was the death of her dog anyway. He just slept away, which was lovely, but anything like that just makes me cry. So those are 2 that made me cry. A book that made me happy, the Cinnamon Spell Book Bakery by Ella Cook. I adored this book, really loved it, got the arc of it, and I actually did receive a copy of the actual book as well. It might be up there. Hold on till I get it and let you see. I'd forgotten I'd got a copy of it. Very, very kindly sent me, Boldwood Books very kindly sent me a physical copy of it. Oh, I just loved this book. It was just so much fun. If you love baking, a hint of magic, then this is the book for you. I did do a book and a bake for this one, so if you go, I'll try and remember to link it down below or something, or put it in a card, but thoroughly enjoyed this one. And it's definitely got autumnal vibes to it, so you would enjoy it in September. Next question is most beautiful book. Right, okay. I've got to say that this one is quite beautiful. I do quite like this one with the purple and the gold and everything. So yeah, I do quite like this one. Then I've got quite a number of others. There's just something about the Christmas books that have the covers are just out of this world. So, and then it goes over onto the back like that, which I love when covers do that. And then Christmas Under a Cranberry Sky by Holly Martin. Again, It goes right the way around, and you've got that. I mean, they make you want to read them. What else have I got? I picked up quite a number. Then The Promise and Poppies by Rachel Bloom. Again, you see you have that, and then you've got this gorgeous, absolutely wonderful wraparound cover. I wish a lot of the books did that. Debbie McComer's Always Dakota. Again, is that not just absolutely gorgeous? We have Sarah Beth Durst's A Faraway Inn. I mean, again, her covers just hit it right out the ballpark. And yes, I have Spraided Edges, which I was just delighted about. And then, is it this one? Yes. Is it this one? Wait till I just double check. Yes, it is this one. So, Stay a Spell by Amy Coombe. Okay, there's your front cover. Travels right the way around to your back cover. Okay. And then, how is that for your hardcover? Is that not just absolutely beautiful? And each chapter, the end pages aren't that exciting, but each chapter has an illustration. So, yeah. So those are some pretty books, which I am very glad are in my collection, in my possession and in my collection. And I just, some that I've read, a couple that I haven't, and I'm looking forward to reading them, but just so pretty. Next question was favourite book adaptation. Don't have one. I mean, everyone will go, most people will say Twilight, Harry Potter, and I've loved both of those. Some people may say the other Bennett sister. I do have to say, although I don't have a specific one, the BBC adaptations of Pride and Prejudice, Jane Eyre, Sense and Sensibility, I have loved those, and I will always love them. And the BBC adaptation is the one for Pride and Prejudice. It is the Colin Firth. Sorry, he's my Darcy. He's the Darcy. He has to be Darcy. And the BBC adaptation of Jane Eyre with Timothy Dalton as Mr. Rochester, absolutely superb. So yes, so those are, although I say I don't have a favourite, those are some. I would love to, I love some of the Debbie McComer adaptations. Like I liked Cedar Cove, I liked her Mrs. Miracle. So I've liked them. I don't say I have favourites from that lot, but there are some that I have enjoyed, and but there's not one that I would say is my favourite. And the last question is, still need to read. Oh, there are so many. There are so many. And the point is, there are so many coming out, especially now we're getting into the sort of the Christmas arc season. And I just love that. I'm trying not to get a lot because I know that I want to be able to have a pile of physical books for December that I can read. And I'm trying not to get a lot of arcs of Christmas ones, because then it'll be like, well, I'll have nothing to read. So, but yeah, that some of the ones coming out are obviously the Elizabeth Penny and Company. So yeah, so those are the ones that I definitely will be wanting to read at some point. And there are just so many good books coming out, and I'm looking forward to time being able to spend in bookshops browsing and going, yeah, I'm going to take that one, I'm going to take that one, and that is just time well spent for me, and just enjoyable time. So as I bring in more new books for the coming seasons, I will definitely let you know. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I really do. And if you have, please give it a thumbs up. Please come chat with me down in the comments. I will leave a list of the questions in the description box. So please come chat with me about the books that you've enjoyed this year or so far, what you're looking forward to. I would love to know. If you do this tag, please come back and tell me so that I can watch your video. But that's it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed, as I say. And, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. yeah, you didn't need to see that. But if you haven't already, I would love you to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It's just going to help my channel keep growing. I'm just shy of 700 viewers, and I would adore to get 700 viewers by the end of July. So if you could help me out and do that, I would be, or no, subscribers, the word I'm looking for, I would be just so happy if you could help me get to 700 by the end of July. That would be just wonderful. But until my next video, friends, stay safe. Happy reading. Bye.